Welcome to our web exclusive. I'm Mike Montecalvo along with Eyewitness News analyst Lieutenant General Reginald Centracchio. We'll talk about the storm and the EMA's position in all of it. But first, General, I thought we'd start off with Thanksgiving. Of course, troops are in Afghanistan, Iraq, and around the world on Thanksgiving. What are some of the things that they do?
You know, the first thing you do is do a lot of social media, and unlike previous years, they're able to talk to their families on an instant basis. But basically, the meals that they have are really superior. It gives them somewhat of a feeling of being home. So they do celebrate. They have a lot of camaraderie there. But the most important ingredient is they do talk home quite a bit.
You know, General, they can't let their guard down, too, just because it's, Thanksgiving or Christmas because of what they're there for.
Certainly. When I say that, I'm talking about the majority of people within the fenced-in area, if you will, or within the fence. There are certainly people out on patrol that don't get that.
Do the combat troops get that?
Yeah, no, they don't. Well, they get it when they come back in. They might put them in containers and bring it out to that particular point that they're stationed at. But basically, the overall being together in a big hall, that doesn't come to everybody.
Let's talk a little bit about Afghanistan, if we can, for a moment. President Karzai does not want to sign the deal until April, because that's when the elections are going to take place.
I tell you, I become extremely frustrated with President Karzai. You know, he goes from one extreme to another. This is an opportunity to have some kind of residual force beyond 2014 for the betterment of obviously Afghanistan. Why he's doing this, it goes well beyond my understanding. But I think at some point we'll have to make the decision. Either you sign it now or we're out of here totally.
What's the some point? Because the president has mentioned pulling out anyway.
Yeah, well, they are. Rice is talking about moving out until they get some kind of significant commitment. His stance is he doesn't want to sign until after the elections. Well, it's too late at that particular time. Either you make a decision now or out of there totally.
All right, let's talk about the storm that happened on Wednesday. Of course, it couldn't come at a worse time with so many people traveling, but the forecasters, Tony and the rest of the team, were right on.
I'll tell you, I talked to EMA this morning, and one of the main ingredients that she talked about was the absolute professionalism and pinpoint consideration that they follow, specifically Tony and WPRI weather, when they look to, as well as other stations, but specifically this station, and the kind of coordination they have with the National Weather Service is unlike any previous years because they've been able to pinpoint it. And when Tony talks about weather in Rhode Island, he doesn't talk about Rhode Island. He talks about northern Rhode Island, southern Rhode Island, the coast, and so on and so forth. That's extremely helpful to the communities.
You know, General, we saw, I think it started on Sunday and Monday, DPW workers out cleaning leaves away from basins. And of course, we saw a lot of National Grid trucks out there checking the lines. Was this all in anticipation of today?
I think it has a lot to do with lessons learned. In previous times, they didn't do this kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, they said, we should have. So this is the kind of thing that you saw in the past several days, ranging from removing leaves from drainage areas, looking at cutting obvious branches over power lines, and what it did was to produce, I think, a minimal effect by the storm as significant as it was.
You know, a lot of times when we see wind like this, one of the first things that comes to mind is, the bridges. Will they stay open or closed? What's the coordination with state and local police?
As I understand, there's certainly a coordination between Jamestown, Newport, State Police, and certainly DOT. There's a set of parameters as it relates to where the wind's coming from, the speed, and whether in fact there are any other ingredients that they make the decision on. But basically it's a decision that's left to basically DOT and State Police.
All right, the EMA gets through this one. How do they get ready for the next major storm?
You know, once again, talking to EMA a little while ago, they were very happy with the kind of reporting that was taking place well before they were asking for them. So between National Grid, State Police, other agencies, and the intra-municipalities that were talking to each other, she was extremely happy with the kind of plans that were evolving as a matter of automatic response.
And quickly, General, Iran's nuclear deal, it's 6 months. Sanctions are lifted somewhat. The president is calling it an historic deal. You don't agree?
Absolutely not. I don't think it's insignificant. I think it's significant from the point of view of Iran. Iran will be getting access to literally billions of dollars, and it will ease some of the sanctions that have been working. But the one ingredient that's not there is the dismantling of centrifuges, which could be started up tomorrow again.
If you're Israel, are you still afraid?
Absolutely.
All right, General Centracchio, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your thoughts, and thanks for watching.